Turning our attention now to the ASX, here's Matt Birney and Bulls and Bears with the latest public company views and interviews.
Welcome to Bulls and Bears, brought to you today by Copper Gold Explorer Critical Resources, ASX code CRR. I'm Matt Birney and I'm joined now by the CEO of Critical Resources, Alex Biggs. Hi, Alex.
Hi, Matt. Good to be here.
Critical Resources has undergone a raft of changes in recent months, with new board and management now focusing the company on a prospective-looking package of ground in northeastern New South Wales. The company's preliminary work at its Halls Peak project is already generating a wealth of base and precious metals targets, and drilling is now scheduled to kick off in the weeks ahead. Firstly, Alex, what attracted Critical Resources to the Halls Peak region in New South Wales?
Halls Peak is in the New England Fold Belt. It's pretty prolific for base metal mineralisation, relatively underexplored. Halls Peak itself, previous mining, previous drilling, some near-surface high-grade mineralisation, and what we're doing is we're chasing the depth potential, which is a large-scale CRR.AX deposit.
So what sort of mineralisation are you looking for? What sort of minerals?
So predominantly zinc, lead, copper. We've got silver there as well and some gold. That's all near surface. We're testing depth, and with depth we do expect to see scale as well.
Tell me about your Sunnyside prospect within that Halls Peak project. Why do you think Sunnyside might be mineralised?
So historically, there's been mining there going back well over 100 years. There's been some near-surface mining at the Sunnyside. There's like adits and all that sort of stuff. So, that's a good indication. Now, geophysical work that's been done there has identified some really, really good targets at depth. They're not small, they're quite large scale, and they're looking pretty hot on the screen. So that's what we're going to be targeting.
To the southeast of Sunnyside is your Gibsons prospect. I understand there's been some historical mining there too. Is that right, firstly? And secondly, what can you tell me about that historical mining, if anything?
Yeah, that's correct, mate. Yeah, historical mining at Gibsons too, some adits and, some small-scale underground work. Again, indicative of that depth potential. The same geophysical work was done over there as well, and we're getting similar large-scale targets which we've identified. And as we see it, Sunnyside and Gibsons, about 1.5 k's apart at depth, they're part of this large-scale CRR.AX system that we're chasing.
Does your Halls Peak project have any significant historical drilling on it? And if so, tell me about the best numbers out there.
Yeah, it certainly does. I mean, if we go back as recently as 2016, there was 37 odd metres there drilled at nearly 9% zinc and 3% lead, 85 grams silver. Another good one is 11 metres at nearly 20% zinc and nearly 11% lead. So, yeah, I mean, historically we're seeing some pretty big numbers there, but that's at surface, and, it's up to us to chase the scale potential at depth.
Alex Biggs from Critical Resources. Thanks for joining me on Bulls and Bears today. And remember, we're only here to give you information and not advice, which you should, of course, seek independently. I'm Matt Birney, and this is Bulls and Bears.
For more public company CEO interviews, go to the Money page at 6pr.com.au and click the Public Companies tab.